Now, presenting yourself professionally is another way to increase pride and power. And do first impressions matter? Most definitely they do. My husband and I were at the airport one time, and a best-selling book had just come out. I think it was one of the books by Dan Brown. It was the first time I had ever seen the actual hardcover book. So we're walking, and we pass a guy, and he's holding the book right there. So as we passed him, we said, oh, there's that new book. Well, the guy had long gray hair and a ponytail, had on ragged jeans, looked very scruffy, would be my description of him. And later on, we're walking in the airport again, and we see a pilot come by with this same book. And there we said, oh my gosh, there we are, two people with the same book. My husband said, that's the same guy. I said, no, it isn't. We caught up to the guy, and we said, did we just pass you over there in the F terminal? He said, yes. He said, I was called into work. Now, can you imagine if I had been the passenger on that plane and I saw the pilot come in the ponytail and the scruffy outfit versus how he looked with his hat on and in his uniform? So first impressions do definitely matter. And one way that can help you make a good impression is the rule of 12. This is something you can apply immediately. You can use it tomorrow. There's 4 components of it. The first is the first 12 words you say are somewhat positive, upbeat to a patient. Okay, for example, going to an office with my mother, 84 years old. She goes into an office, and the person sitting behind the desk right here doesn't even look up, puts out her hand and says, may I have your insurance card in a form of identification? That was it. Very cold, and I was shocked about that. We go to another office, the person looks up and says, hello, Mrs. Deska. What a pleasure to put a name with a face. And that lavender sweater looks great with your gray hair. Well, big smile. Now, who compliments somebody that lives alone? Nobody. That compliment meant a lot to her. When we got home from the appointment, she called her 92-year-old sister and told them, everybody was commenting on my gray hair with my lavender sweater. So that's a tip. So when you see your patient, the first thing you don't say is, how many episodes of diarrhea have you had tonight? You want to start out with something more positive. That's the first component of it.